Of course, I start right as the tornado sirens are doing their testing. So there's a banshee in the background. Maybe. That usually gets the dogs barking too. That's my new theme song. It probably sounds like something else because I am unoriginal. He's on time. New program. Y'all gonna have to. Yeah, there we go. Gadzooks, he's on time. Almost. What am I, 2 minutes late? I think that proves that it's always someone else's fault. Yay. Hi. Nice intro. See, I knew somebody would appreciate it. A Robo live stream is like a tornado, so it's so random, right? You never know when one's going to hit anymore. Not gonna lie, okay, this year scheduling has been terrible with Comic-Cons and out of towns and kids and not kids and StreamYard jacking their price up so high that I just canceled. And I finally found another program that seems to do all the same stuff. Can I imagine that yelling at me? Kind of like Beatles, kind of. Good evening, guys. Hello, Earl. I saw your comment earlier, and I can't remember what it is because it's not coming up on here. 2 minutes late is more than close enough to on time for Robo. Oh, man, yeah, I'm way behind. I apologize. What's going on, everybody? I like the theme song. See? And I can change it. Here, it's a little lower. Boom, 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 dun. That way it's kind of sneaky. Or I can go real high. Robo, I got a question. Do you have shelves or rooms for your collection? Okay. For the collection as a whole, there's rooms, even though one room may be just tubs, stacks of tubs. But then I do have some shelves in here that I am constantly working on. Someday I'm going to get that tour, I guess. It's not going to be much of a tour because at this point, I'm just putting up the stuff I really, really like. The replaced stuff goes in the tubs. Howdy from Fayetteville. I know where you are. I just watched you on Figures Not Included. I was there Sunday night. And I'd be going live again this Friday, but once again, I'm out of town with Wade. I keep backing out on him constantly. But Fridays are getting, well, Fridays the past few months have been nasty. It's been busy out of town. I want a tour of the streaming room and lighting. Oh, okay. I read that as lightning. I'm still in tornado mode. After I get it, yeah, this room is starting to look like the old room in the house where I could reach and pull anything at any moment. And I don't want to, it's getting messy. I need to get cleaning again. Gonna attempt to. We'll see how schedules line up, but more than likely we'll do some kind of top 5 or something. Is the camera image flipped or is MTV spelled backwards? All my shirts are backwards. I do that on purpose. That is weird though, huh? I wonder if that's a... Is it always like that? Oh. Like I said, new program. I didn't know that was even an option. You're going to hear that theme song all through this because it's stuck in my head now. Yeah, like I said, I've been out of town a lot because my youngest got his driver's license. So I'm not, well, it was never a chore, but I don't have to worry about getting him places or any of that. He just jumps in his car and goes. So we're free to do whatever we want. And apparently that's to go out of town every weekend. Wait a second. I'm a troll. Also, your microwave phone is off. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. Ola from Texas. Flippin' fantastic. Wait, what did I just see? Oh, no, that turns it off. That would have been bad. Yeah, and I don't know, out of the blue last night. Well, okay, the Marvel Legends stream happened Monday, I think. And I thought, oh, I could go out and shoot something real quick, but oh, man, I'm getting old. Doing something real quick anymore is getting tougher. Where it's like I gotta jump out there, do this, then I'll have to edit, and then this, and come in for, and then go back. And I decided, nah. I'll either talk about it Saturday or do a live stream. And I figured this was the best time to test this new program to see how it works out. Mojo World is on the flip side. Best cereal on the market. I am, all I can speak on is from back in the day. I haven't had, again, talking about age, I think the only cereal I'm buying these days is a coconut oats organic brand thing, which, ooh, what's going on? What's happening? My microwave is on because I was using it last night. Haha. So there. What program is it? It's Restream. It seems to do most of what I want at a way cheaper price. So I can't complain about that. I mean, I can. Could be free, but can't believe they put the same lame face in with X-23. Talk about dropping the ball. Yeah, okay, we'll get to that. I'm going to be honest. I watched the live stream. I got excited about a bunch of stuff. I downloaded their pretty promos, and I haven't had a chance to go back and actually. So that's another chance to look at it here. We'll fine tooth comb them, and then on Saturday, or well, Thursday night when I record Saturday, it'll be much more refined, as everybody's used to with my videos. Refinement and not rambling. OBS is free and everybody uses it, but it has such a learning curve to do anything fancy. I want to be able to just click it and things happen. Boom, boom. And I know you can do OBS that way. Oh, look at that. How about this? This. And plus I can, oh, well, I thought I could drag it anywhere. I could drag it over here. Oh, or I could drag it. No, I can't. There we go. Yeah, this is pregame. This is warm up. Hasbro just revealed a new Star Wars Battlefront 2 pack. Yeah. Cool. Oh man, you know I love my Star Wars, but and I've always wanted different battle droids and clones and such, but them doing the Battlefront isn't doing much for me. I love the Deadpool. Did anyone call that grizzly hint? Nobody. In fact, I'm still looking at it thinking, yeah, I guess, but it still doesn't make sense to go with him. But I guess it does in a way because they're always robbing banks and getting caught by Spider-Man. Are you saying AOL it or XM radio? My wife keeps threatening to cancel, and they keep giving her years for half price or discounted price. I just quit it. Plus, I like getting new stuff. I'd finding out what's going on out there because I think this does more. I'm just slowly learning it because it says customize. Oh no, I lost all y'all. How do I get that away? Go away. There we go. Oops. Man, okay. There may be a learning curve to this program. Haha, front-facing pen for rocker. You know how long I've been saying that, and I still screwball it every now. Thank you, editing, because if not, I would have hour-and-a-half videos of me just going and repeating stuff constantly. Which is cool because, I mean, it's not blatantly obvious like some of the hints have been in the past. Well, okay, a lot of them did require some thinking, but this was not obvious whatsoever. It is weird they didn't. Okay, we're talking about the Marvel Legends. We might as well get right into it, right? I mean, it's okay. Oh no. Oh yeah, there we go. 2026 will be Black Series. I hope, but we'll see. And it goes back and forth. I'm not going to complain about saving some money on one toy line in order to buy figures from other toy lines. I'm Levi's for I don't know. Is this going to be a thing? Is this going to be a trap? Is this going to be get clipped? The Punisher thing is cool. It is. But first they started with now my own computer's acted screwbally. How's that going to work? All right, give me a minute. Cursed thing. Curses. Oh, I know why. Because I didn't do this. Okay, how about this? How about this? There we go. How about this? It is a Lovebot 3000. Which I get it. We saw it with Star Wars. They did pink Ewoks. They're doing pink droids next for is that a vintage collection? But at least it's doing a Windows update. The I get it. I'm just not super interested in pink. I get I would be. It's not a bad thing. It's there for people who want it. And if you don't, you just pass on by. I don't know what Carhartt is. Well, I do, but I've never worn any of it. I know what Mrs. Robo is getting for Valentine's Day. We don't really do Valentine's Day. It's kind of one of those things that's we we look at each other and go made up holiday just to sell gift cards. And then we turn around and do Father's Day and Mother's Day and such. Oh, appreciate it, Great Dane. People complaining about Grizzly being reused act like the only reason that mold was made was because it could be reused. Wait a second. Let me reread that. People complaining about Grizzly being reused act like the only reason that mold was made was because it could be reused. You know, in fact, the customized. Oh, it's right here. Holy moly. I told you it was getting bad with the figures being right at hand. Customizers have been doing this for a few years now, making Grizzly. So it seemed like a no-brainer to have that. In fact, okay, when we get to Grizzly, we'll talk about that. But Halloween collection is calling Tony's name. You know what? And I wouldn't mind. In fact, I ended up liking the Star Wars versions a lot more than I thought I would. And I've skipped a couple here and there, but a lot of them are cool. And again, this is just for people with the thing. You know, is that some new sculpt too for this figure? The rose came with the rose, maybe. I didn't get the rose, but that part on the chest has to be new. Just call this Heartbreaker, comic style. Yeah, I could go for that. But yeah, this is neat, but I don't know if I'll get it. They did a good job of marketing it though. They really talked it up, which probably it needed it the most because of what it is, but yeah. This is Ironheart. It's actually it has been. Has it been since San Diego? I canceled StreamYard in the summer, so it may have been that long. Oh, did they? Roses from Rose. See, I said I watched the live stream. I didn't listen. Or actually, when it was this part, I may have skipped a little bit because I did sleep in, then came in and watched it, and I was like, okay, this is neat, but click, 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 click. Mm-mm-mm. It may be because they haven't had as much media, near as much. And like I always say with Star Wars, it's mostly new sculpt if they want to make new characters. It's not as reuse friendly as superheroes. But oh no, that would be one hell of a 2-pack. Halloween themed Scarlet Witch and Vision. I could go for that. What's happening? What's going on? Oh, what would put this over the top is a Tony head and the ability to put the rose in his mouth. Okay, I could see that too. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, come on, click. There we go. I don't know. Wait. What's going on there? I mean, it's the same old blast effects, but there's something embedded in them. He comes with lava lamps. I'm sold. Yeah, it's like I said, it's been a while. In fact, whenever I went to click, I was like, "Ooh, how do I do this?" Wait, that's definitely something else, isn't it? Pre-order 12/18. Is it going to ship in time for Valentine's Day? They did rip it right out of the package and start playing with it, didn't they? But hearts on his palms as well. Is it? Wait a second. I don't know. See, lava lamps. Lava lamps are a big seller. He comes with Barry White MP3 download code too. No, that would be too easy. Like I said with the comic books, the mini comic books, they should put QR codes on those. It's going to ship next week before it even pre-orders. Okay, that's enough of that. I want to get to this because as someone who spent a lot of time trying to customize a comic book style Cassandra Nova, well, of course, that's happening a lot these days, isn't it? Oh, I spent so much time customizing this, and then boom, they come back around. And I'm not saying this could pass. Well, I mean, really, it could pass for a comic book style one, I guess. But I got two. Of course, I did because one to keep as Deadpool and Wolverine Cassandra Nova, and the other to remove the jacket, try to replace that with something less trench coaty, a little bit shorter, and then put the comic head on that. I'm happy with what I came up with, but at the same time, move it around, play around with it. They let it slip that a comic version could be coming out. Even better. But you know what? I've still got 2 coming, and I'm still gonna customize it. The Star Wars Christmas stuff grew on me. Luckily, I passed on them, so I don't have to keep collecting more. They're fun, though. Those and the Halloweens are really, really nice. And I saw Yak Face post pictures of the pink one, and it's like, damn, the pink Ewok. Only because that may stem from wanting more Ewoks. And I know I can't throw a pink Ewok in there with the rest of them, but I don't know. We'll see. If Marvel Legends ever quit shipping so much, I've got 6 boxes coming from Big Bad Toy Store, plus that 97 Sentinel this year, or this week. Oops. Anyone else notice no Hugh Jackman or Ron Reynolds bear heads, thinking likeness rights are expired? One reason for no head included. Or it's just a marketing type thing to sell more of those older Wolverines with the unmasked head. Because these are still available, aren't they? Should be. So I guess that new brown, again, we're talking about stuff we haven't even got to yet, but the brown Wolverine is all new sculpt except for the hands. So maybe budget. And then they were just like, we can't do all the photo reel, the inkjet on the another head to put it in this. So thankfully I have that. And stupidly, I customized the armless version already. Great Paradox head accessory, basically another character. And as someone who has picked up a few of the Matt Murdock's at Ollie's, not knowing I'd need it for an actual release, yeah, I'm pretty happy. But some people may be going, "What? Where the hell am I supposed to get another body for that?" But okay, yeah, to go back, I have heard the Reynolds thing. They had no problem doing Hugh unmasked heads, but no Reynolds. What's a budget? Yeah. Whoa. Slow down. I think they're saving money by not paying the actor's likeness for second figures since they already are paying for so many in this wave. Is it per figure, or would it just be like like an overall, here's some money, we're going to make toys of you? Yeah, and Burn Wolverine, I do it every time. I apologize. Didn't even wear the mask in the movie. Yeah. And I think they even mentioned, well, yeah, they mentioned it and then said, go buy the old one. 2 words, movie Gambit. And Elektra, because, which again would be 2 complete new sculpts. I guess they have to balance it out. That's not me making excuses. Yeah. They have to do it, right? I mean, we still haven't seen Baby Pool. I'm sure they could pull more Deadpools out of that group. There's other figures to be made. And I think they could get away with doing a whole other wave. Or when they get to the next movie, sprinkle those in there. Or do they appear in the next Avengers? Are they going to wait for that in order to get the figure? And then a year or 2 later, they'll do the Deadpool and Wolverine versions coming back around. There's Hot Toys money involved there too. They were able to make a Nicholson Joker, so I don't know how much money they throw at some of the actors in order to do that. Oh, okay. See, already. I don't keep up with the rumors, but that makes sense. That looks so good. So creepy. So good. Wave 3. Peter Pool, Lady Pool, Johnny Storm, Gambit, Elektra, Patch. Done. And then short Wolverine is the Build-A-Figure. The short king. Deadpool in wetsuit, swimming pool. I got it. Yeah, there's the Matt Murdock body up underneath it, which probably isn't accurate, but you know what? I'm thinking back. I don't even remember what he was wearing in that scene. I'm sure it's a brown suit, right? Could you get the Mobius? But yeah, Cassandra Nova, been high on the list since the movie. Well, been high on the list since the comics, but this completely works. Look, it has the browns and the things. All I need to do is shorten the jacket, find a different overlay for that. Unless she well, even if she's movie sized, I'm okay with that. Cassandra comic style would be shorter too. Johnny Storm would probably have MCU cap reuse, so there's money saved right there. They can go all the way back to Fantastic Four, right? And just throw some rags over them. Don't do that. Who was next? I may have taken a lot of pictures of Cassandra or screenshots of the Cassandra Nova. Also, I'm going through the shots they showed in the stream instead of the promo pictures because they didn't include all the promo pictures that they did in the stream. It's crazy. Here's another one that I have parts for to make a custom. I've had parts for to make a custom for a while. I even got the t-shirt design. I was gonna water slide that. I have the cleaned up image to print it out. I was this close. I wasn't gonna paint the eyeballs though. I did. Thankfully, sunglasses would have covered that up. They said they would like. Apparently, they said they would like to make a comic Cassandra, but when? And if they do, it'll be a little while, surely. I say they announce it next April. But yeah, I'm good with this. And when I first saw this, I thought, oh no, action hair. And then they, well, did they? Got the backpack, got the Juggernaut helmet, and then regular hair. But I get it. But, and is it because I gripe about screaming faces all the time that, oh, not that Hasbro stops doing them, but then I stop seeing it. So it would have been nice to have an action face under the action hair. Or like somebody, like we were talking about earlier, face plates that we've seen on a couple of figures now. I think that's the way to go. Get all the options available. That way, if you want action hair and neutral face, you can have that, or action face, neutral hair, swap it back and forth because these are the same face, right? Or swappable hair. I think, well, I'm trying to swappable hair seems more more apt to fall off or get loose. Dun, dun. Yeah, swappable hair. Does the Juggernaut helmet fit Cassandra? I'm gonna guess because she has the no hair to get in the way. Actually, I hadn't thought of that. My first thought was, well, what about getting Juggernaut? Huh? What? X-23 completely sold out on Big Bad Toy Store. I hadn't went back. I threw my pre-orders in as I stopped at a GameStop to walk in and see what they had, and then got my extra Cassandra on Amazon just to see whoever ships first. No, no, no. Frowny head on the table. Is it Frowny? Are they not both Frowny? They both seem very similar. Or was that from a minute ago when I was like, I thought they were only doing this one head? Cassandra sold out on BBTS too. Yeah, we need a Deadpool 2 Juggernaut. Yeah. That's the one with the yellow. Yeah. I've checked the PO box several times this week or the past couple weeks, and I haven't gotten anything. It seems like the post office is way behind. I'm also expecting a package from somebody else, and it's bounced back and forth. It made it to the post office here, and then turned around and went back to his house. So it's coming back. I don't know. That's true. Chances are you own the first one. I don't think it's bad they left the head out. I Same time, it would have been nice, you know? What did they do next? Yeah, I'm down for well, okay. Spoiler alert. Most of these reveals are gonna be like, oh, I definitely like this. They could have done this, and this, but I bought it anyway. So yeah, get ready for that. You guys know me. Blade. Oh, Blade. Yeah, okay, that's exactly where I was gonna go too, because the first thing I noticed was this looks amazing. The sunglasses, the armor, the proportions. I can even hear the theme music, the snake sound as he walks in. But then we got to the unmasked head, and I can see it. But did we even see him like I feel like the sunglasses are part of Blade's uniform. So I will probably never display him without the sunglasses because that little cocky grin, the shades, yeah. Oh, I'm affiliated with Cubic 3D Prints, and we will be making and sending you Blade's proper sword. Okay, I was going to ask about that too because once again, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. I haven't seen it near as much as the first two Deadpools, but I, I have to go back and look at this. Okay, the waist being high, it disappeared. The waist being high, I'm thinking, is this overlay belt? Can it drop down? No, I just noticed that there's two pairs of sunglasses too. Is that in case you lose a pair, or is it different? Is it specifically for each head? Well, I mean, at least it's different from the other head compared to Laura. But I don't know. He did have a maybe. Did he smile in that movie? I know he's made a cocky smile before. Okay, yeah, I can see that too. You think well, it's got butterflies. Is it butterflies or is it the ball joints? They've been doing that with the MCU figures, haven't they? Yeah, that's a ball joint with a cover piece. And then that's a slippy slide mid torso. That's what I'm calling it now. The waist is high in the movie. So, again, yeah. I mean, now that I look though, it seems besides the torso, Can I use those pants for something else? Maybe those arms? Because the good thing about the dumbbell arms, they're easy to pop out. There we go. It's just sunglasses flying in from frame. The skating uphill smile. No more skating uphill for these guys. Oh, it'll make a great Demolition Man. Yeah. So we thinking that this kind of mixes a couple of the movies. It's definitely the costume from I keep wanting to say Cable and Deadpool, dang comic, from Deadpool and Wolverine, but it makes references to the older movies. As you get older, pants go one of two ways. I cannot disagree with that. But again, mine will always have sunglasses. There. I mean, the difference is just boop, 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 boop. Considering Snipe's age, be glad the belt isn't right up under his chesticles. All right. Have you been thinking about that this whole time? Is that where put a classic Willy Wonka head on Deadpool body, call it Gene Pool? I shake my head in disgust. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, wait. Rewatched it last night, and he does that smile while watching Wolverine and Deadpool are jumping through the Marvel Sparkle portal. Okay. It's time to rewatch. It's been a while. Man, I that picture's so good. Oh, and I guess I did that because of the neck tattoos. I think they pointed it out in the stream, but maybe this opens up for Classic Blade. And I said that before you said that. We had the same idea at the same time. Mm-mm-mm. I didn't get all the Strange Tales wave. In fact, I kind of regret that now. Stupid. Mm. Put a Kitty Pride head on and call it Kitty Pool. Yep. This is why I love the live streams. Deadpool did put on Jean Grey's green skirt in the comic. And Cable and Deadpool, actually, now that I think about it. So there's Blade, there's Cowboy Deadpool. This one was kind of out of left field, but by the time it's all said and done, you got to think they're going to attempt to get through most of the Deadpool core. At least the core of the Deadpool core. Plus, it's Cowboy. In fact, didn't they ask something about if you want to see more cowboys since Phantom Riders out, which is very comic book clean cowboy. It's just boots and gun rig and cowboy hat, I guess, off that. Deadpool takes it a step further with the leggings. What are those called? Chaps. And then the shirt. In fact, when I saw this, I thought, okay, I can use the torso and the neckerchief and the legs and the guns and the belts and the bandolier for something cowboyish for sure. So I'm not going to buy two of these right off the bat. I'm going to wait, see what happens, because I want to keep one as Cowboy Pool. But it's definitely no odious cowboy. How is that? No, I click this. I click this. No odious cowboy. And that was another thought, setting up for reuse with other cowboy themed characters. Can we see a Rawhide Kid? Maybe? The 400 people watching should hit that like button on this live stream. I appreciate that, Earl. Just need arms and head, and you have Cowboy Ghost Rider. Would that be was that more modern? Because Phantom Rider, I consider a Cowboy Ghost Rider, but that's very classic. Well, my only exposure to Phantom Rider was really West Coast Avengers, and West Coast Avengers is near and dear, so that goes in the. There we go. See, I beat you. Or we said it at the same time, and this program's just slow. Really putting the red in Red Dead Redemption. You know what? I'd buy a Twinkie the Kid. Wasn't there a Hostess crossover? Was that Marvel? Yeah, it was Marvel, wasn't it? Kid Colt. We do need a horse, though. They keep teasing that. When they announced Phantom Rider, they said, well, maybe we get a horse. And I was hoping it was going to be the Build-A-Figure, but it's not. And now with Cowboy Pool, who didn't... Was there a horse in the... No. Horse Pool in the movie? But if they're going to do more cowboy types, we definitely need a horse. Not just for the cowboy types either. Black Knight with the demon wings, Valkyrie could get a winged horse. Jada, please. Twinkie the Kid. Yeah. Every time a cowboy figure comes out, I buy at least 2. I have a whole shelf of cowboy now, even wrestlers that I've turned into cowboy. Need more cowboys. That's what it comes down to. Yeah. They also mentioned about making a horse, and with the new Ghost Rider, I could see them keep it going with the Ghost Riders and make the cowboy one. Aragorn with Mirage. Danny Moonstar Valkyrie needs Bright Wind. Those horses, those were those were mechanical, weren't they? And oddly enough, I noticed Ruskin Customs has the head and some of the gear for the original Horseman for Apocalypse. And do I need to start a third team that I'm going to take forever to finish? Got Marauders going, just started some MLF, and now Dreadnought also has... Oh, you come back here. Dreadnought also has a flying horse. Okay. I don't have a Mythic Legions horse yet. I've been playing with the idea of getting one. This one that I did get... Well, okay, I got 2. Let's bring this up. I got the Fish Toys horse, and it seems rather large for Phantom Rider. And I think it's mostly in the legs. Well, I don't know. There's just something big about it. And the feet don't even reach the stirrups. So this is definitely larger. But don't get me wrong. It's a good looking horse. I may have to comb the hair a little bit. But yeah. I also got the Lord of the Rings deluxe horse and rider set with Shadowfax, and that seems small. So I don't know. I'm still on the hunt down after you. Let's get demonetized. I've also seen Figma has a horse out, but I'm afraid it being Figma, it's small too. The McFarlane horses work pretty well. Do they have a white horse? Or horses with no names to keep the song lyrics going? They're big even compared to ML figures. You can't say ML. You're thinking, or Mythic Legions? Those are some stumpy limbs on that. There, see, maybe I've been beside horses, but I don't care to because they're larger than I am, and I fear creatures that can, kick me in the face or stomp on me or whatever. But it seems okay. Those are some big hooves now that I'm looking at it. I will give it that. The Figma horse is very small. Oh, wrap up the stirrups on the fish horse so it'll reach his feet. That's what I did. Good call. I may do that. A wizard does not ride a small horse. Okay. So the mythic horse is quite big. Once you go searching, you see a bunch of horses. And at this point, I don't need, especially for Legends, I'm just going to throw Phantom Rider up on top of it. And I wouldn't mind, not from Legends. If I was searching, if somebody mentioned dollar store and such, I wouldn't mind an unarticulated horse for now. But if they're going to do a build-a-figure or some kind of deluxe thing with a horse, then okay. Okay, there it is again. Dollar General white horse. Do I need it? I need to go to Dollar General anyway. I need spoons. I know that's random. You've been here long enough to know that every impression I do is some variation on Bane or uh, a southern accent, one or the other. We're talking about Deadpool. What are we talking about? The spinning gun thing is badass. Y'all are killing me. Mythic is smaller than Fish Horse, if I recall correctly. Oh, you know what? I love Mythic Legions anyway. I'm just going to order the horse, and if it doesn't work for Phantom Rider, I'll use it for Mythic Legions. There's nothing wrong with that. From the hoof to the shoulders, a horse figure should ideally be 7 inches. From hoof to the shoulders. Are you going to make me break out the measuring tape? You are. I was about to rule against it, but shoulders as in top of the body, like the back, or the actual where the leg attaches to the body? Because the fish is 6 inches to where it seems the musculature has the leg going into the body, but then up to the back, his back of the neck is 7 inches. This is a weird stream, huh? Let's measure things. Mythic, okay. Mythic are perfect for Marvel Legend. The pics of Odious on the Legion's horse looks great. Nata is making 1/12 horses. Okay. I will look into it. Hey, you made it. I don't think there's anything else to say about it. Again, it's all new sculpt, right? I don't think. No, that is not the same gun rig as Phantom Rider. Yes, let's talk about horses. This is now a horse channel, but not real horses, scaled down horses that we can use with toys. But it depends on which toy line, right? I mean, this horse goes with this toy line. This horse goes with this toy line. Oh, once we get to the end, if I ever end this, we may go all day. But I'll show some of the progress. I've finished 2, which one I've shown on a play day, one I've finished after that, and I've got most of the rest. In fact, I'd like to show it and get some opinions at the end of this. It's to see if it's worth going the way I'm going or if I need to back up and rethink. Wait, where'd you go? The arms, I think, are reused from regular Deadpool. Are they just... They are just Deadpool arms, aren't they? Come here. You are correct. Okay, so essentially he's just wearing a vest. Oh, he is. There's some texture down there. Good call. Nice catch. Plus, there are Shire horses, are big horses, and so are war horses. You say war horse, I'd grab the is it a reissue, re-release? Slight upgrade for Undead Nightmare. I've been playing through that the other day. I got so scared. The first night I played it, I forgot how creepy the game starts. So I played the intro, got into it a little bit, realized they don't give you any ammo at first, and then I got killed. So I thought, well, I got to get to work. I had to walk across to the shop at midnight, and boy, I'm a 50-year-old man just watching both sides, every crack, every sound. What was that? Figure Fury, appreciate it. Thanks for streaming, Robo, and the weekly videos. I have to go, but here's some money. Okay, that's that's to the point. I love it. But no, yeah, I need to get back into the streaming thing more. But it's also kind of fun just to be random. I don't know if I want to wait 9 months or 6 months or however long it's been every time, but here and there when I want to talk about stuff. And this was Legends, so I wanted to talk about that and everything else apparently. Are the thighs the same as MCU blades? I don't think so. It's got a little texture right there. Wait a second. The budget might be the minority. No bath waves. One, the budget that would go to the bath can go towards the figures. Two, if I only few figures, I end up with parts I don't want, or if I want the bath, I buy ones I don't want. I get that. I totally get that. In fact, this may be an example of this, because as we were going through, I thought, are we going to see a Build-A-Figure for this wave? Because this could have been a place to stick Juggernaut, I guess. But then they were showing the packages as we went, and there was no Build-A-Figure piece. There was no extra name on it. So I realized, oh, but if you look at this, a lot of this wave is new sculpt. So the budget that would go to the bath can go towards the figures. And I'm sure you mean something like extra accessories, more stuff per, as I look at something with 4 extra hands and a gunslinging effect and 2 guns. And so, yeah, I think it goes either way. A lot of the time I like the Build-A-Figures, and I agree. I have to buy a few figures I don't need. In fact, I got the Executioner wave coming right now. And I didn't need that Iron Man. Don't care about that Iron Man. Had to have the Executioner part. So, opening my Figure Arts Grievous later today. Be careful with the, the hips. Take it slow. And I'm not saying you're going to manhandle it or whatever. It's just, yeah, look in there, figure out how it goes before you start cranking. Wait, I am sure this joke was made for the Ursa Major wave, right? It had to Build-A-Bear wave. Seems like Hasbro wants to drop the Build-A-Figure concept, but the Legends team isn't ready to commit yet. There have been quite a few waves, like the mini comic waves, this wave, the Spider-Man Classics waves. There's been quite a few assortments that don't have Build-A-Figures lately. But then when they come back with the Build-A-Figure, I guess use it when it makes sense. I like Executioner as being a bigger character. Same time, could have been a deluxe. I don't know. You're going to find opinions for both sides. And me being split down the middle most of the time. Oh, yeah. Hips. Take it slow. Executioner is cool as fun. Okay. I'm ready. I don't know if I want to crack open the 97 Sentinel or the Executioner wave first. Tagged you in a picture of the McFarlane horse with Maximum Spidey on it for you to check out later. I'll do that. I appreciate it. Okay, and never got a return. I will check my post office. Okay, yeah, yeah. Let me go through the stack of stuff and double check. To be fair, the Build-A-Figure is something they inherited from Toy Biz, who introduced it as a way to move peg warmers. And it makes sense. And Jesse is still very much involved with the team. So 80s team. Oh, how dare you try to get me? Not 80s WWF. I didn't get into wrestling hardcore until late 90s. Cowboy Pool. Bought. Brown Wolverine. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. I guess I remember this scene in the movie. I don't remember it being this vibrant, maybe. Or I need to go back and watch. I don't remember the yellow running all the way down, but I like it. Like I said, I think I saw the sculptor's Instagram post on this. It's all new except for the hands. Even the head. Which would the head be? Is the head that different? I guess it is. Well, it's very, very similar. But it's a different mouth pose. A different mouth pose. Did I just say that? He's got a different mouth pose. And his hands are grinning. Is what's going on, man? Is Robo getting the Iron Man 3000 figure? Probably not. But I don't mind it existing. How's that for? I would rather much have Build-A-Figures as deluxe figures, since they often get re-released as deluxe afterwards anyways, like the new Lizard. But boy, it took 6 years, 7 years. It's been a while, right? And the body's showing it. When I talked about the Lizard, I knew people. I never built that figure, but I knew people were talking about the legs being hard to stand up. It wasn't until afterwards I realized the tail also looks weird. But damn that McFarlane head sculpt. I'm not buying it simply for that. Like I said in the rewind, I'm sticking with the classic Lizard. That's my Lizard. Indefensible. Yeah, that's a marketing thing. They're selling the original Wolverine just for the head sculpt. But like somebody earlier said that if well, actually, you know what? Again, bringing it back out. The big thing about this Wolverine, and I know it's getting nitpicky, having sleeves, he wouldn't have the mask on. So if you have this figure, you want this body with this head, because he was unmasked when he was fully costumed. So to come back around and say use this head, or well, I guess you could use the what's the Logan? Did he come with an alternate head? But yeah. I see your ploys, your marketing. How what's replace? I found a button. Go away. I love the new X-23. I do too. Like I said, I've been wanting to customize her for a while. I guess I'll just tub away the heads and body parts I've stocked up. Would be nice if they did an angry Hugh Jackman head sculpt, because yeah, wasn't he reflecting Hulk back in the claws and such for this? I think I just like the look, I like the idea of a movie having the brown costume. Actually, what is going on there? Oh, okay, that's just the texture moving out because the arm's out. I thought at first it was like arm hair that they painted brown for the costume, but it's not. And yeah, I bought the arm swap set. So there, I didn't buy the arm swap set. I swapped arms with an older unsleeved Wolverine. So I'm using the masked head. Am I? Yeah, the masked head on that Wolverine. So I have an unmasked head for the brown Wolverine. That's convoluted. That's too much thinking. we need to just open toys and play with them. Deadpool 2 had a screaming Jackman head. Wait a second. Deadpool 2. The Headpool and his extra Wolverine. That's right. Are the knees accurate to the movie? That's what I was kind of wondering. Were they all yellow like that? You can also see right here where the brown comes down and around underneath. Or is it brown? It's probably brown plastic with the yellow painted on top. So the paint only goes this far into the joint. Yes, that would be brown because they wouldn't want paint at the joint. Oh, damn. You're trying to make me feel old. I appreciate it. Robo been a fan since I'm 17. Now I'm 27. They grow up so fast. Yes, the knees are accurate. I'm trusting you. If they're not, I am directing everyone to you. Or you. The brown comes down. Can't wait for Maximum Dogpool and his Deadpool accessory. Well, that's kind of what they did, right? With when I first saw this, I thought, is he melting? He's melting. Well, okay, we won't get to Dogpool yet. But this, again, like I was saying, if there's no sleeves, should be a mask. Should be an option for an unmasked too, because he was back and forth after that point, wasn't he? Okay. You're on the list too. Yes, the knees were yellow. I just looked it up. But this was essentially what I was attempting to make when I swapped the arms and such. But I never got around to doing the dirtiness, the grunginess, which, I mean, I guess it could be more grungy, but they made an attempt at it and it looks okay. Oh, see, honestly, if I never found Robo, I probably wouldn't be a collector, so I'm very glad he is still making tons of great content. I feel like I have to apologize for that because you would probably have a lot more money if you weren't collecting things. Lizard may have been a bad example, but just mean they get re-released as deluxe down the line anyway, so why not make them deluxes instead of having to buy a whole wave with some you may not want? The thing, I get that too, but I guess it allows for variation. Like Kingpin, they change things up several times, or newer collectors. I don't know. The way I look at it is I want stuff now, especially going back to the age thing. I don't know how much longer I can do this. But we know we're all going to be 80 years old sitting here going, oh, when are they going to release that horse? Yes, I went Bane again. That's my old man voice. According to the hot toy, the yellow on the knees is because it's a separate knee pad. But essentially, this is Wolverine, different arms, right? Same head, same head. What they could have done is oh no, okay, so there's yeah, I forgot about the alternate head that's gritting. In fact, okay, there's some teeth showing there. No, it's not the same head sculpt. It's not the same mouth pose. Trademark. Robo don't know. 2025. They could have included an unmasked head here, since this is a lot of reuse. But from what I get, the budget goes across the whole wave, I guess. So I can't wait to pre-order these collectibles because they go up for pre-order 12/16. When is that? It was yesterday. And I pre-ordered I pre-ordered the whole wave because I'll find it. My reasoning most of the time is if I don't display it, I'll find a use for it. And if I don't, it'll go in a tub until I do find a use for it, because you never know what you're going to want 2 years from now. And it's better than coming back around on the secondary market. Now, I do still skip things despite what I say every time I start a video. In fact, I shot the Punisher Gamerverse 2-pack last night, and I had to start with, I wasn't going to buy this, but I did because I saw everybody doing the amazing swap jobs on them, and I thought, I'm going to do that. Hurry! You got it. Oh, no, not hurry. Oh, yeah, we're waiting. No, I think some people said that X23 and Cassandra were sold out on Big Bad Toy Store, but I'm sure you can find them on Amazon and other places. So, of course, it only made sense to move into the deluxe Deadpool, which is the Deadpool. They did say it was a darker red, which I'm good with, because where the hell is my movie stuff? Did I take that in the house finally? I did find the first Deadpool a little bright. He is clean when he first gets that costume, but it quickly goes to dirty or darker. Yes. These collectibles will probably get more expensive within the next year or so, or they'll go on clearance and you'll be able to pick them up for $5, $10. And that's usually when I go, son of a bitch. But that's the gamble. That's the game we play with buying stuff these days. Or yeah, try Nerdzoa. You know what? That was my big thing about not buying that kit, that set. Capcom Punisher is cool, but not a fan of the blue-gray suit. But then people started posting. Well, even when the swaps first started happening, I thought, well, I kind of like that blue and black. It looks good, but I don't need it. And then I looked up Spider-Man the Animated Series Punisher, and it's that, just with a trench coat and a couple of tweaks. And that's still, I'm not a big animated series guy, but that's what finally pushed me over the edge was, man, I like the look of that. Yeah. You got to think, very late in the stream, but I hope that Blade means we could get one of the versions from his own movies. I don't know how the rights work with pre-MCU movie stuff, but if there's a chance, I'm there. That would be cool. The blue is very animated Spider-Man. It is. So that put me down the rabbit hole of getting the set, customizing the set, ordering a gray trench coat on eBay, and now I got to do a little paint work to the skull and the headband. And then I will have my perfect Spider-Man the Animated Series Punisher that I am not building, that I'm not collecting. I didn't get those. Well, I didn't get all those 2-packs. I got Daredevil. And I think I got Mary Jane and whoever she came with. Oh, Green Goblin. But I'm probably in for this. On the last rewind, I just talked about accessory kits, a couple of accessory kits that come with a lot of hands and the bones and the claws and such. But if I can get a darker, well, actually, I've got this custom. I've got custom claws, but I want this skull. I want the hands. The gold guns are okay. It's very gold plastic, and I'm usually not really down on that, but these look very almost see-through, swirly twirly. But at the same time, I just ordered some gold leaf paint on Amazon. Oh, Robo, thank you for putting out the good word on your platforms on Wade's Unparalleled Kickstarter. I know he is a friend of yours, but still, that was good vibes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love Odie. In fact, I keep one right here on the desk at all times. Well, I mean, they were the original. They made Hulk hands, right? So I mean, just putting them in with this makes sense. And then a Dogpool. Okay. I'm okay with this set. Looks like, and it looks like a production sample because look, the eyes are off the logo and it doesn't have the outline. But then they ink jetted the fur. Yeah. What are we thinking? 49? Did not expect him to go for it after the movie joke about it. Yeah, I think that's just more of a, hey, look. Oh, well, look, the Hulk hands aren't even shown in the package. They've got them hidden behind the artwork. Somehow, some way, I'd say the majority of these are coming home to me. Yeah, when I started the stream, it was kind of like, hey, get ready for me to gush over some stuff and buy it. Yep, $49.99. Because it goes up for pre-order later, right? Okay, I wish these were a bit more flexible, but I get they had to do it. I mean, making string look like tendons and muscle. Pre-order January 29th. Now this is pod racing. I'm sorry, I can't say it like that unless it ends like that. But yeah, now this is maximum Deadpool. Surprised they didn't have goggles for Dogpool. You know, I cannot remember where I stuck all that. Oh, the Mezco has goggles, right? Do you think they had some kind of, hey, let's make it slightly different so people will go for this? So people won't feel like, oh, I've already got this. I found my Dogpool. It's standing right there, but I can't remember where I put Deadpool and Wolverine. Then this, the tease. That again, we talked about this earlier. The tease that nobody was going to guess because it comes down to just somebody who robs banks a lot. You know what? I saw that. And I'm interested. And now I want a figure of Sebulba with a beard, with a goatee, because that looks amazing. Yeah, they didn't release it. It's up for pre-order for and I cannot remember the name of it. It's like it's letters, but it's on 5K Toys. And there's a ton of hands and then most of these accessories. But they fit them for the do they fit them for the Mezco or SH Figure Arts, which again, you can make anything fit with a Dremel. Because it's Deadpool. I mean, one's a comic. There's always going to be Deadpools. There's always going to be Spider-Mans. I saw somebody talking about fatigue, Spider-Man and Deadpool fatigue. And I thought, well, you don't have to buy every one. This one's for this person. This one's for this person. I'm sure a lot of people buy all of them just because they like Deadpool and Spider-Man. I do not need this. You know why I need this? Because one, okay, I like my grizzly, right? I'm perfectly fine with it being dark haired, and I like the larger head that I got online. Wrong screen. Okay, that I got online. I like my grizzly, but when it comes to Ursa Major, I've been using Warbear, which is perfectly fine. But I like this lighter brown. Let's get me off the screen. I like this lighter brown, and I like this new head sculpt. It seems it seems to have a thought process behind it, like it's an actual person. I don't know. I might still get Grizzly just to have a big ass bear in my collection. I didn't know Spidey had a villain in a giant bear suit, but I want the figure. And again, when we saw Ursa Major, it was like, oh, it's a big bear body. Ain't no way they are not eventually making Grizzly. To which I responded, I'm still gonna make a custom. But the thing about that, I had to go one way or the other. I wasn't gonna buy a whole another wave to get another Ursa Major. So this works out. Oh, I still don't have a red and blue Spider-Man. I guess I'm the one guy who needs one. I think they've made a couple, one or two. No, you have, you have lots of options. Wow, you found a reason. I told you. If I need to queue up the excuse jig. I'm a sucker for deluxe and brute figures. Yeah. You don't have to buy them all. How dare you, sir? Prove their loyalty to the toy gods. The G.I. Joe polar bear is nicer, but it doesn't work for the two characters I want it for to work for. It works as a bear. When it comes to Grizzly and Ursa Major, this will do just fine. Because it looks like, well, I know Ursa Major looks like an actual bear sometimes, a lot of the time. Well, actually, yeah, without looking. But I always think of him, well, not Ursa Major, he turns into a bear. But Grizzly, he's a guy in a bear suit. So actually, this body is more useful as Grizzly. I'm not, I'm not, I'm not going to toss War Bear. I just, different uses. Wish it was the 90s X-Force 6-pack Grizzly instead, especially since I bought a second X-Men 97 cable to try to make Bridge. I've been seeing that recipe float around, and it looks really good. Which is essentially, wait a second. Is it? No. It's still pinned. Wait. Oh, yeah. It was single knee. And that still has the pin at the knee. It's the same body. Got to pre-order those pretty plastic figures. I know it's not quite right, but I might be using this guy as a demon bear stand-in. Hey, it's a bear. It works. I need a kangaroo now as an action figure for my Spider-Man display. Four Horsemen have a bear. Oh, damn it. There's a button right there that I hate. And there we go. The Four Horsemen have a bear coming. Yep. We'll see how that works too. All the bears. Yeah, are you trying to talk me out of animal figures? Well, I mean, they're not going to reference it as much as this is an adult collector's line. They still market online and they still show up in toy aisles. Maybe not this Deadpool. Well, actually, maybe it will. I don't know, but they still have to, yeah, appease corporate overlords. And funnily enough, I'm really excited for Grizzly the most. Wasn't Kangaroo in the Razorback 5-pack? No, that was Razorback. In fact, you want to see? Here's Razorback. The reason to get that pack, the reason to get into Marvel Legends in general. There you go. Who doesn't want a Razorback? And if you don't want your Razorback, P.O. boxes. No, shut up. That's what I have to tell my dad. They are adult collectibles. They are not dolls. Just don't say adult toys. Buttons are the burn of Robo. I don't have my cup. I have all these toys handy, but I don't have a cup. Nope. I used them all for paint water. Hogzilla. Yeah, it's a shame they put everybody's most wanted character in a 5-pack. That's right. Razorback, the best Marvel Legends figure ever. Okay, Grizzly. Or Ursa Major, whatever you want to use. And gold. In fact, it's the same gold that we just saw with Deadpool's pistols. It's going to need a coat of gold paint or paint marker, something. Get out of my live stream right now. No, I haven't. I'm sure there's an easy way to do all this, but I do it the hard way. Oh, it's the same reason why McFarlane toys are labeled not a toy. They're also not sold in the kids' toy aisle anymore. You have to go to electronics, to the collectibles section. And actually, now that I think about that, could that be the reason? Well, no. Hasbro and Mattel both threw in on that display that's slightly outside the toy aisle, but it's still in that same general area, so I'm sure they have to adhere to rules and such. Gold. Yeah, I like the look of that head. Oh, and I forgot about the extra claws to make them more bear-like, I guess. January 15th, you know where I'll be. Actually, maybe in Albuquerque at a Comic-Con, but I'll still be pre-ordering it. Ghost Rider, classic Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. I've eyeballed the Mezco several times in the past year or two, thinking that's a good-looking Hellfire red bike. It's Johnny in the blues with the lighter blues. And then this comes along. So this will go right along with the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. I have with the Helverine, and I have the Blaze in the, is it the black Ghost Rider costume? Which looks fine, but man, this is so colorful and classic. My girlfriend said she'll buy 2 of the Grizzlies for my birthday. Oh, you want for Grizzly and Ursa Major both? Definitely want this as Ursa Major, just need to come up with some kind of pairing to build up the Russian team. There's also, Vanguard? Is that his name? No. In blue with the hammer and sickle? Would they do that these days? I like the weird Dormammu head. The Ghost Rider is a figure I'll have to... The Ghost Rider is a figure I'll have to see in person before I buy it. I dig that. I can see that. The motorcycle looks tasty. I wish the bike had more painted details. I can see that too, because it is just all in red. It does have different I guess they're still using the clear for the wheels. And the headlights painted, but the rest is in swirly twirly, isn't it? Saddle, the seat may be different plastic. And then I like the bar with the skull. I don't know. It's very classic. I mean, yes, in order to make it Marvel Legends, in order to make it fit with the rest of the collection, some extra paint apps would have been cool. But I think back to those covers and it's just red. Also, the gloves should be blue. Oh, good catch. Not Danny Ketch. Good catch. And then I said catch the second time too. Johnny Blaze. Out of all the things I've wondered and everything, this is what I'm going to actually look up. Because, you know, is Google going to give me a bunch of Nick Cage pictures? No. Okay, yeah. And I guess really the blue should be let's go classic. Give me more pictures. Give me all the pictures. Yeah, the hands should be blue. I didn't even catch that. Wait a second. Going back. Oh, it would have been neat to get a different skull. I know they gave us, where is it? This skull, the black inside the flame. But man, it would have been nice to just give a full skull with a little fire coming out the back, like old school Johnny Blaze. Not so flamey, not so not realistic looking, but stylized. White is too bright. Yeah, I guess it could be a lighter blue. I don't think it's bright white. I think it is a very, very light blue that just comes off as white because I think the skull is white. Is there a package shot? Is there something not so... Yeah, it's just barely off. Nope. Why? Why? The boots are blue, dark blue. Or the boots are darker blue. I'm trying to find a full body shot. Okay, yeah, I can see that. But the gloves should match the boots. Split view makes it... Now Google... Now Chrome's telling me stuff. Did you already go over Colossus? No, not yet. Good afternoon, everybody. We're taking a long lunch today. I apologize for already being on an hour and a half, but... One day we will get edible figures. I know it. You just know it. Oh, yup. Spoiler alert. Abomination is next. And I like this so much that I did this custom whenever the Gamerverse Abomination first hit, because I don't care about Gamerverse Abomination. So I took the Marvel Select head and put it on, and it works just fine. This works just fine. I like this classic head. I wish they had changed the feet, though, because, well, okay, there's two things. I wish they'd changed the feet because he's got this raptor claw thing going on that may be a thing from the comics, but it's not my thing. And then, yes, a lot of people already brought it up, but fists. Needed fists. I get wanting to show off claws on top of not wanting to make new hands. These are just the hands from the Gamerverse, I guess. So yeah, claws, scratch, everything, but it's a Hulk villain in a Hulk line that's apparently beginning. Yeah, it's almost there, but not quite. I also don't like how this looks like the belt should be in this groove, but it's hanging down. And now you're not going to be able to get this out of your head. Yeah, this is too little too late. I also did a custom repaint from the game. Good for those who didn't pick up the OG figure, though. I can't even remember which series that was. Abomination doesn't use pants. Well, it looks like he's trying to get out of them. So at least the thought process is there. That's right. Abomination is about to get busy. Select Abomination, 8 Robo's Juggernaut. Yeah, I still can't find the Juggernaut. Somebody reminded me that the arm may have broke at some point, so maybe I did chunk it. So I don't know. I still can't find it. I've thought for sure after doing that review and wanting to compare it to the Select that I would just randomly run across it. Hasn't happened yet, and I've been looking because I'm also looking for a red sash for a Reaper, and I haven't found one yet. Does he have a crotch magnet? I think the button's in there somewhere. Oh, wrong way. I think the button's in there somewhere, though, to open the hood. Yeah, that's the whole thing. What we were just talking about. Why don't he have pinless joints? Looks like reused from somewhere. It's the Gamerverse Abomination from several years ago, just with a new head. So no, I'm pretty happy with my piece together. I didn't even paint the Select head. It's slightly off in the greens, but it works just fine. I don't need this. Yeah, I will admire this guy from afar and be happy for the people who get it, who want it, who will hug it and squeeze it. Call it George. How come how come all the views skyrocketed when this view came up? You know what? I did put a crotch up and suddenly, oh well, no, it jumped 30 or 40 and then it came back down 30 or 40. And look, it's one of those buckles that you just pinch and it comes apart. It's easy access belt. Instead of here, well, that's probably what you hear after this. You hear a snap and then a zip. And then you're like, okay, Abomination, calm it down. But not being a modern comic reader, I didn't know what this was at first. And apparently, is this Immortal Abomination from Immortal Hulk? Is that something? I probably got that wrong, and I my feelings aren't hurt whatsoever. Also, Grizzly arms look super long. I get that too, because with Ursa Major, it was supposed to be more bear-like, even though it had like human muscles. I saw somebody do a like an edit to one of the pictures, took out the tufts off the shoulders and shortened the arms, and it does look really good. But I can't think of any other hairy arms. The original Build-A-Figure Abomination and Diamond Select did not have fists also. Again, I think it's just the designers or the companies just wanting to showcase claws. And when you don't get me wrong, I want fists. No, you come back here. I want fists. I do. But if you think about him closing this hand into a fist, he's just stabbing his own palm. But that's applying real world physics and explanation to a fictional comic book line with monsters and such. It's even scarier than the sun from Teletubbies. Yeah, Abomination in his trunks would be cool. It's Immortal Hulk. It's full of body horror. I've seen pictures, and you know what? You get a certain. When I see the Immortal Hulk head, I recognize it at this point, but I'm constantly learning new things. This tells me there is no plans for a newer Abomination soon if they are given up on the Immortal Hulk face option. That's true, probably. What does the Immortal Abomination body look like? Is it close to this? Does he have raptor claws? Also, I think comparing, I'll probably do that in the rewind. Comparing colors, I think I like the older colors better too. Are they brighter? Also, is this second, this head is slightly, recognizable, but nope, not Colossus. Hey, spoiler alert, Colossus is next. But this extra head, there it is. Isn't that A-bomb or something? Or a different version of Abomination proper? Just a different take on it. Take on me. It doesn't have near the ears, but it's got more brow. It's very close, but Immortal has more scales. Nope, he is bare naked. But naked. That head is kind of selling me. Don't know a thing about that version of Abomination, but loving that sculpt. The extra is MCU. What? No. MCU didn't even have the ear fins, did it? Or if they were very subdued. I like it. I like it. I don't need it. Not going to get it. Don't you dare fill up the chat with, oh, you're going to get it. Okay, never mind. The brow works its way into the ear fin. I thought it stopped here, like this was little and this, but it's a style that I seem to recognize, but I don't get it, or I can't place it. Yeah, he did. Oh, he did in Shang-Chi and She-Hulk, didn't he? You got me there. I was thinking, I automatically went to Hulk, the Hulk movie. We need a Marvel Legends A-bomb figure, just like Marvel Universe. It seems like they're creeping that way, right? They have to give us, but it was more layered, right? Does he have kind of not armadillo, but does that have fingers? Wait, yeah, I think it does. The packaging is awesome, though. And them saying that there's more on the way, which we'll get to at the end. Yeah, I'm good with that too. I just can't, I can't figure out. Well, I'm sure there's leak list, right? And Smart Hulk's on it. Are there other Hulks on it? Hulk top characters that are larger? Yeah, okay. If I were to get this, it would be on discount. If it goes on Black Friday next year or something. But like I said, I'm perfectly happy with what I got. Yeah, the packaging is super cool. It's callback. It's classic-y. It's got yeah. This may be my favorite box that I'm gonna toss. That I won't be tossing because I'm not getting this. But if the tease figure is in this box, which I'm pretty sure it will be, then yeah, it's the prettiest box. I'll put it in the dumpster. I only know Weapon H Hulk Wolverine from custom kits on eBay. Don't tease me. Is Doc Samson on a list? I don't care about Hulk 2099, but Doc Samson will be bought. So of course my custom's sitting over there that I finished a few months back. Hasbro, you better be glad. I just enjoy doing this. Pretty trash it is around my pretty plastic. Scrubbed Lyra prototype, and weren't we gonna get the oh no. About to get skewered. Who's the guy with the two heads on the same, or the two faces on the same head? Big muscle type. Two-Face, that's it. It's not it. Yeah, they got to add A-bomb at least. Big Blue would stand out very nicely on the shelf. I love Doc Samson too. When I was younger, By Beast. There you go. I knew it was something like that. But yeah, I had a hardcover book that collected older Hulk story where Doc Samson uh, was he hallucinating fighting the Rhino and all kinds of characters, and Doc finally figured it out and knocked him out. I thought, man, he just knocked out the Hulk. That's amazing. Plus green hair with a red shirt. That's pretty cool. All the new Hulk sculpts with double jointed arms, proper butters in this package would be amazing. One can dream. The Bybeast prototype was on sale on eBay for a while recently, but it was smaller, right? It was that smaller Hulk line, maybe from the movie. It was back when they would go, "Oh, what if this character was in movie style?" That issue was in the short burn run immediately after Mantlo's. Give me a Hulk with bunny slippers. I fear. I fear. I fear. Oh no, I'm scared they're going to give us a smart Hulk. But no, I feel like that's going to be the tease we'll get to here at the end. Because first we have to get to this. And I saw somebody say Colossus stuck in another 2-pack, and I get it. But who is insane enough to want a Colossus and not have a kitty to go along with them, especially in astonishing style? Because unless you prefer the old kitty, the one we already have that is too tall. Of course, I can't speak to the size of this one, but it seems smaller. And I don't think she should be super short, but not as tall as the old figure. Thank you, Robo, for getting me into reading The Astonishing Run. Made Kitty one of my favorite X characters. And yes, the art is great, but character size is very inconsistent. Yes. Beast, Wolverine, it's got all of them. It just depends on the setting, who they're with, and if it's a pinup poster or something. Because, yeah, that one where, is it Unstoppable? Is that poster where they're all standing, but Beast is hunched down? If he were to stand up, he would be taller than Colossus. So I love the artwork in Astonishing, but it can get Kitty head swap with Excalibur. This comes from a place deep down in my heart because I love Astonishing as an adult. As a teenager, Excalibur, I loved all the X-Men books and arcs and teams, but Excalibur, it felt like the all the other X-Men teams or books I was reading was already established far back, like before I started reading comics hardcore. Excalibur started. It was like, oh, here's a new team in my era. So I have very specific mental images for Excalibur and Astonishing X-Men. And while this isn't, this is definitely astonishing. Excalibur is a completely different hair sculpt. But I'm also one of those people where if you change your hair, it takes me a minute to realize who you are. Or, I use that as a recognition tool for some reason. The thing that is easiest to change on anyone, I use as a. Am I rambling? We need Zax in the Hulk wave. That would be awesome. Kitty is very popular. Not being classic Colossus. What? No. You don't get to do that. This is Astonishing X-Men Colossus. This is Astonishing X-Men Kitty. They've been building this team. They needed to do this. They can make classic Colossus at any time. In fact, before we get another classic Colossus, We need an Outback Colossus. Give us the shirtless version, then do an overlay and give us classic. Clark Kent syndrome. You know, as a kid or even a teenager, but admittedly, I was a Marvel guy. I didn't read a lot of DC. So looking over there and thinking, he puts glasses on. How dumb are people in Metropolis? But since then, one, realizing that I am very much one of those dumb people in Metropolis, and two, some of the actors that have portrayed the two sides of Superman and Kent. Yeah, I get it. I really do. Kylan and I wasn't around that late in Excalibur. I know of the characters, but I want Kylan and Cerise. She'd be cool too, especially since we're getting Shi'ar characters. Bird blindness with hairstyle. Exactly. Okay. I wasn't really super into the red and white costume for Colossus at the time. It was just one of those things. Back then, I was also, why did they change it to this? This is terrible. Stop that. But I'd still buy it. Outback Colossus and Betsy 2-pack. Just get those two out of the way. I'll buy 3 of them and we'll go. Okay, I don't even know who Pharaon. Wait, skinny, small, Pharaon. Got to be honest. Gonna be honest. My mind's eye Colossus is the Astonishing, but to be fair, I'm under 30. I get that. Well, no, I was gonna say that's what brought me back, but New X-Men actually brought me back. The movie and then New X-Men was amazing, but then Astonishing hit, and okay, this. I love New X-Men. Astonishing X-Men kind of. He wore a robe. Wait a second. I'm missing something. Wondering if we're going to get armor. That's one of those that is probably going to be difficult as all hell to get out because you have to make the decision. Are you going to have armor as a figure and then have snap-on attachments, which can't get too big because they'll get in the way? Or do you go like big deluxe type with a little armor in it but then you have the problem of her arms going into the arms, her legs going into the legs. So at that point, I want a Sentinel or Giant Man sized armor with a small armor inside, with her actually in the chest or something. And then give us a powered down armor separate. Or make the back open up. You can put her in it, something gimmicky, something. Yeah, just one armor. Yes, Astonishing is 616. It's just later in the timeline. It's, them all separating, coming back together. You know what? I saw that too. And I thought, did they not have a production piece for Emma? Because she's the oldest of this group, isn't she? Or she came out in the same wave as Scott, huh? And you know what? I didn't notice it at the time. But this angle on Kitty nails it. I was going to say a minute ago with the promo picture here, okay, that's pretty close. I guess it's okay. But this, okay, I'm sold. I was going to skip it, but I'm getting it now. That's a lie. I was buying it from the first moment. This is one of the rumors that have been stuck in my head for a while. When I heard it way back, a lot of the time I forget it. But it's Astonishing X-Men. It's stuck. And they forgot Wolverine. At least they admitted to forgetting Wolverine. Or the Diamond Emma. Forgot all about that until I saw somebody post about it under one of Dan's posts the other day. I was like, oh, that's still coming, isn't it? Oops. Let's see. Okay, uh, yeah, for some reason, maybe it's the angle, her tilting her head like that, or that pose. It's I'm not saying, and I guess this proves that it is shorter, right? But then we get into the head size problem. I feel like Beast's head should be slightly larger, but I like this size on. I prefer larger cranium. So this, hmm. But I also think Scott should be taller. Am I grabbing about Cyclops again? I like the shine on Colossus. Yes, they did a nice job on that too. It's not the gray shiny plastic. We need a new Danger, and I'd take an Ord too. We still need some Morrison and Quietly all new X-Men. Yes. So hopefully, the trailer for X-Men 97 season 2 has, I think, does have a couple of them in the black leathers, right? So hopefully we can get figures spun out of that. Even though it may be smoothed out because of the animation style, they tend to do that with the X-Men 97 figures. Not all new, just new X-Men. Yeah, yeah. I just thought, what are we gonna do when all the teams we want finished finally get completed, like Astonishing, Outback, X-Force, etc.? What are we gonna collect then? The thing about X-Force, they haven't made a cohesive team. I think some of those costumes are from different eras, so I'm sure there's quite a few X-Force fans that just want, "Hey, this goes with this, so we still need this to go with this," and then there's the upgrade factor. Some of the like, Shatterstar's arms not going down to his sides, some outdated articulation points. So, I mean, there's always room for upgrades, but that's also another reason why they drag their feet about actually completing teams, because they're afraid, "Well, what do you do now? Where do we go from here?" What is happening with Emma's forehead? This is a the early factory sample, so there's numbers written on there to verify which run this was or which test shot this was. And that, on top of that, if this gets out in public or into other people's hands, they know where it came from. See, and that's not being a huge X-Force guy. I'm pretty happy with my X-Force display right now. But I also wouldn't mind a red Shatterstar or who else? Cannonball had several different costumes. Neat enough, and there was that damn 3-pack that locked Richter up, and then that version of Domino, I guess, and Cannonball's legs. Is that where that came from? And that's hard to get at this point. So there's always the people coming in later factor too. Pink and yellow Boomer would be cool. Blue and yellow Cannonball. I, when I redid the bedroom, I cleaned it all out. I found my like plastic cabinet with comics in it and stuff. And right now, sitting on top is an issue of X Factor with Skids and Rusty. And I keep looking down, seeing Skids, and thinking, there's a Fortnite figure with that general shape. You just need this. But yeah, she's on the list. So I'll make one. I'll throw myself on that sword for y'all. Oh, and Ecstatics. Man, we keep getting dupe, but I would love a full team of Ecstatics. Lila Cheney. I keep seeing there was a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2-pack with a bigger creature type character with geometric shapes like facets all over them, and then a female with purple hair, or she was single released with blue hair. I keep thinking that needs to be Lila Cheney. DP7 wasn't even Marvel, was it? Now you're just throwing teams out there. I can't pick. Oh, okay, no. Rusty did have like a baggy pants look, and then the top was yellow and orange, maybe? Was that Rusty? With Skids, I'm just gonna go with some animal print tights and a beret and some kind of baggy shirt. Ecliptor and Astronema. That's it. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Is Fabian too big and buff for Shatterstar? Maybe? No? New Marvel Universe, baby. Okay. Was that connected to Marvel? I remember those ads, like the DP7 was spray painted graffiti style on a wall, and then the characters looked really interesting, but I never read anything past that. That's when they were the exterminators, which we've talked about before. I feel like X Factor and Exterminators got their names backwards. Exterminators should have been the team hunting down mutants and locking them up or sending them somewhere. X Factor should have been the team rescuing them. Oh, okay. We're looking at figures. What? You got me all wish listing. How dare you? I like this head too, but this is where it's at, I think. I know she did the ponytail a lot, but bought, purchased, may get two, because why not? I feel like they also got I I feel like this should come down, like it should have some sculpt underneath. It shouldn't be just a shoulder ball, but at the same time, this works, I think. And then the head sculpts do a good job of capturing. And the thing about this, I never got the Toy Biz Astonishing Colossus. Was it Toy Biz? Was it that far back? So this will be a first for me. They fix the knees correctly. Yeah. Okay, I'm down. X Factor. Yeah. Yeah. In the original episodes, in the original issues, X Factor was the jumpsuits and proton packs. Or, well, was it just Warren that wore the backpack to hide his wings or something? Hair swappable. That's another case of it'd be nice to have the smile over here and the serious over here if you wanted to. Did Armor wear this? Armor have a variation on this costume? No sleeves. She didn't have sleeves, did she? I'd be down for a Marauders 5-pack, to be honest. Yeah, and they'd have to throw in who was a prominent A-lister, a Wolverine in there. He did track him down in the tunnels afterwards, didn't he, or something? Colossus killed one of them. Storm, throw a Storm in there. He should come with a free Wolverine for consistency. Yeah. Very happy to see this 2-pack. Hope this Colossus body is used on a classic look pretty soon. What this is used are some of these body parts used from the classic Colossus? I don't think I have classic out here. I think I have select. Yeah, Riptide. I don't know why I can't ever remember his name. Riptide and Prism somehow whoosh, fly out of my head. Polaris woodwork, huh? Wait, you just trying to sneak Malice in there? I think the silver is going to be slightly more shiny, but may not. Maybe, maybe not. I say reuse because I recognize these chunky bracers going down into the fists. I think a lot of us replace the arms with Marvel Select arms. Young Storm and Gambit 2-pack was later, right? Was that during that? Yeah. Yes, but that's a problem with a lot of Marvel Legends, right? The shoulders, the arms hanging a little low down, I guess, to get all the joints in there. Wait. Is there a butterfly? Or is this a... Oops, wrong way. He's the other way. Yeah, there's a cap in there, isn't there? I thought Prism was later said to have survived. Oh, I don't know. Well, no. What did happen? Could just form back together. They can all get cloned, right? Come back or grown back in Krakoa. Because I recently read the Marauders arc, and I'm about to move into Outback, but I haven't had a chance to sit back down. Lots of traveling. It's similar enough. It is. It's just the shoulder pads, the belt, and the knee pads, right? For the most part. Would it be a crime if armor sat in the torso? No, but again, I think most of the time she was moving the same as the armor was, right? Arm outstretched things. So I'd want her standing and posable in there, but I don't think it'd be a deal breaker at that point. Has been years. Wasn't that the big story arc? All the mutants were on Krakoa, and the flowers would reincarnate dead mutants or something. Didn't read it. I think I opened it several times and I was like, there's a lot of words. There were pages with just words. And I thought, no, comic book. I need pictures. Robo don't really read real books. I don't want to read. I want to look at pictures. Very true. Best part of having your own collection is you can put whichever characters wherever you want. Where'd they go to next? I'm glad this live stream is going 3 times longer than the Hasbro live stream that explained the same things. We could use an unpowered Colossus with blue pants. Robo, if you could choose one figure to be made, which one would it be? Agent X. It's kind of that short list character that I've been asking for years that probably has no chance of being made. Was there a... Wait. Oh, okay. No, maybe that was something I dreamed. I hate those pages of just dialogue. Yeah. But at the same time, going back and reading the Marauders arc and getting into that, there used to be a lot of words to the page, more than I remember. And not just the characters talking, but the editor explain, or the boxes explaining things. And I haven't even got to Claremont, or I haven't even got to Psylocke yet, where it's the focused totality of her psychic abilities. Slim Goodbody? Where'd that come from? I think he's still doing that, isn't he? He's still out there in the tights. Name it lunch dinner stream, mid-afternoon snack stream. Yeah, talking toys for a while ain't such a bad thing. Every time I do a lunch stream, I was like, I don't want to keep you all too long because I'm calling it a lunch stream. That doesn't last very long, but here we are, still going at it. I would love an Agent X Deadpool in 1/12. Yes. I would take Agent X. I want an Outlaw. I want an Udon Taskmaster, a proper one. Not just the head on a random armored body, which I think was from cartoon or something, but a proper Agent X line. I'd even take Black Swan. I would love for them to do an updated Ultimates original team with Fury. Oh, got to bow out. Thanks for lunchtime stream. Hopefully more in the future. I don't know how consistent this will be, but I enjoy just getting out here in the daytime. It's gotten to where nights are, going out to dinner and go back and forth or working on things. Robo don't know because Robo don't read. Exactly. Show us your Marauder customs. Okay, hold on. Tales from the Tubs is missed. Last night, in order to get the hot water out and do some boiling popping on the Punisher set, I did clear off that part of the table. So we'll see. Plus, I don't have a show for a month. I'm not running in and out. First appearance Kitty. Who are we talking about the striped leggings and this this is going on long enough that I've had the time to watch the first part of it, go buy groceries, eat something, come back, sit down, and it's still going on. That's why we love you, Robo. I go on for a while, or I have the ability to. Every time I get onto something and I think, okay, short and sweet, here we go. Reading Robo. I bought those handbooks thinking got to do that, but I'm trying to, yeah. When I do those, I also have to get pictures of the figures when they're applicable and then come back around, yeah. I just want 90s Johnny Blaze to go with Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. Would that not be the black costume on the bike with the shield on the front? You know what? Well, one, talking about going on and on, that video is 30 minutes. It's 10 minutes of reviewing the figures and 20 minutes of making cigars and boiling and popping and swapping heads and rambling on with the water, putting the arms back on backwards, fixing it, realizing I had popped them off, popped them back on the same way backwards again, swapping them. So it's a bunch of that. I apologize beforehand because I thought about cutting a lot of it, but nah, I'm just going to throw the video up later today, or well, it goes live tomorrow. We do need an original 5 pack, a good one, not that Toys R Us thing. Okay, the Punisher. I'm glad I'm out here. This Punisher armor, I haven't had a chance to compare it to the Hulkbuster, and it looks like it's not any reuse of the Hulkbuster, is it? Not even the hands? These are two-fingered hands. Oh, Deluxe, Mimic, and Havoc, and Polaris 2-pack classics. Yes. But yeah, this is cool. Don't need it. I get it. It's nifty. But yeah, it's another one of those, if I ever see it on clearance. Okay, the head is neat. Was that a look from the comics? I seem to remember this from some kind of comic art or... Wait, legs look reused? I'm looking and... No, they are thicker. The sculpt doesn't match up. Here, this would be easier, wouldn't it? Pow. The sculpt doesn't match up. The proportions don't match up. Wait, is that movie Hulkbuster? Because that feels more wide like that, and I think the movie Hulkbuster has those. Oh boy, I'm gonna attempt this. I don't know if I can do a Marvel Legends BAF MCU Hulkbuster. Yes, it's reuse of the Yes. Okay. It's movie Hulkbuster, not the comic. I'll have to that's actually in the room. My MCU display's in the house. Oh, joy. I wasn't even looking at this, and y'all got to look at me looking at a screen. It is. It's yeah, it's movie Hulkbuster, the old one. I should have known when I got to this picture, I realized, "Oh, I know those proportions." But it's neat that they changed a couple things up, and everything looks better in not better, but everything looks great in some grays and silvers. Enhance! Enhance! The Veronica suit. Is Frank Castle balled up fetal position inside that suit? Well, yeah, because wait, let's go back. Is it here? Okay, his torso, his crotch is about right here. So his legs would be going here, but the way these bend, it would be at his femur, right? So that would crack that in half. And then I want to say the arms go out to here, which would break forearms and things. But I'm gonna guess that he's in it like this. He's got like controls. I appreciate it. This is one of my new favorite shirts. One, it's old school X-Men, it's Mojo, and it's just I love mashup shirts. The MCU Hulkbuster and Hulk, Age of Ultron, that actually is so dang expensive on the aftermarket. Still waiting on a Spider-Man animated series. They have to do it. That's another thing I go into with the Punisher review and play day. It's the swaps or the colors are right there. It's a no-brainer. Hasbro is going to do an animated series Punisher and a more classic comic Punisher with the white boots, black suit. Sitting cross-legged, chilling while he's killing. Oh, maybe he is cross-legged, and he's crisscross applesauce inside the torso. It looks okay. I like it. I like it better with the helmet on, I think. This looks more mech-like. Of course, there's the Punisher skull right there in the middle of the chest, but that's fine. That's okay. I had to grab this shot with Kitty in the Punisher armor. That's what they use for scale, but we don't have a Kitty to know what shot size she is. Yeah, the Fall of the Mutants T-shirt is my other one. Yeah, those two get a lot of uh, airplay. This is another one. Probably go on sale or clearance. That I did. I'd probably pick it up if I got it for cheaper later on. That is from Etsy. I was okay. Full disclosure, I spend a lot of time on eBay and Etsy looking for custom heads and kits and body parts for Legends and Star Wars. And I don't remember what I typed in. It was X-Men something, and that popped up, and oh, gotta have it. But yeah, Punisher's cool. Punisher's okay against Abomination. Uh, but then there came the teases. And this is, well, at first when they put it down, I thought, what in the hell? What is that? And what is that? But that is definitely a gun or a slight variation on this gun that's been featured with Smart Hulk several times. Several different covers. So I think in one cover he's got a huge rifle and he's holding this pistol, and then on another cover he's shooting this pistol. It doesn't look exact. It's got some different angles to it, but it's close enough. Plus, they said one of the teases was going to be Hulk related, and that there was going to be more Hulk figures next year. So yeah, this got to be it. So hopefully it's Hulk with the tank top, brown pants, pink bunny slippers, guns. Or it could be a Star Trek phaser. You never know. It's a crossover we all wanted. Looks like a paint gun. That's that's true too. It's Paste Pot Pete. Actually, I would buy the hell out of a Paste Pot Pete or Trapster, whichever way they wanted to go. That's right, Hasbro, include the slippers or we riot. That looks like some kind of immunization. That gun that gives you shots. It, they always put it to the neck and what did you put into me? And it's either a bomb or some kind of cure. Oh boy, leftovers. More Hulk figures. And you know what? I feel like it's been a while since we've really got hulky with it. We've gotten Hulks here and there, 2-packs. I want Smart Hulk. That was was my brother buying Hulk at that time? I was really into that storyline. But man, I'd still go for a 70s Hulk, bright gamma green. We are there. Is that some kind of thing where they couldn't do Fantastic Four for a long time, but now that we can, please give us a wizard, give us a Trapster or Paste Pot Pete. Is it Medusa, and then Sandman in an oddball costume? Would that be your frightful four? It's a heat gun for the obscure character, the Customizer. Yeah, that was Smart Hulk, right? Professor Hulk, the Pantheon group. And oh man, I was about to say, and I really like the guy that's huge, that was too strong for it. So he had a bodysuit and a big neck and his head was sticking out. It was Ajax, wasn't it? Was that his name? Smart Hulk had the bad 90s haircut, right? It was kind of styled, but I don't think it was bad. Of course, 90s was my only decade of hairstyles, so are they going to use the Maximum Hulk body? And do we want that? I don't know. I didn't get Maximum Hulk, so I don't know how that chest piece works. Fun. Get to catch a midday live stream while pretending to work. Hyped for that Kitty Peter 2-pack. Me too. Me too. Okay. Y'all are coming up with some fantastic. Okay. Red Ghost and his apes would be at the top of must buy. Even higher than that, UFOs. Would love to get the UFOs. It's one of those teams, you have a little bit of something for each character. They have their specialty, but they're villainous. The designs are amazing. I feel like Vector and X-Ray would be a difficult paint job to do on a 3D body. That's kind of why I've always shied away from making customs of them, because good grief, that would be, especially going around muscles and planes, it's going to look odd somehow. But Ironclad and Vapor, bring them on. Yeah, Professor Hulk, Smart Hulk, same thing. It's probably called Professor Hulk more, right? But Professor Hulk had the slick back undercut. I am way behind. I've posted photos of me with hair before, but I'll find it again someday. I don't have it handy. Oh man, the TechNet would be the dream of difficult figures. I hate customizing because she has those boots that go down like a cone, right? I'm already having a problem with that with Blockbuster for my Marauders team. But Reba Bleedo did hit me up the other day and asked, somebody had commissioned them for one of the TechNet characters, and hopefully I end up with one of those soon. But crazy. No way will we ever get TechNet. I'm just praying for Warwolves. I'd take one in a heartbeat. Zax, Ogress I'm not as familiar with, but Zax would be neat. I feel like it'd be like a larger, more articulated version of the. Did Figma make a Space Invaders figure? It was like, I wish that was bigger because I would just paint it yellow and white, and I think I'd be happy with that for a while. Even though it does come off as more fur, but have the electricity effect kind of sticking off of it. I'm not even reading all that because that's too much reading. And you did this. If you had done actually, I would have banned you. Not really. I'm kidding. Warwolves with a Saturnine figure. That would be kick-ass. Although Saturnine's kind of like an Emma Frost figure, right? With longer hair and a more flowing dress, maybe. You stop it. You stop it. Because future plans. I'm really starting to think there's a camera in here. Because boom. Boom. Now, I got this head from Ruskin Customs on eBay. And I think this is made for I think he made it for the Masters of the Universe cartoon collection Cringer, which is bigger than this. But I feel like this, remove the spikes, kind of smooth some things out, paint it silver, and it'd be okay. This, I'm not sure. I think it's too big. So maybe I'll make one for Cringer and then come back to this. And the head socket is on bottom. I want to Dremel out the back and put it more down like this. So I don't know. That's in progress. Along with this, if you double up the wings on Rachel, that's what this looks like. And it's not very secure up on the bicep. It's just hanging there right now. And if you bend the elbow, it splits in the middle. So oh, let's finish this off real quick. And then the other tease is a falcon. So I'm guessing falcon. Maybe Secret Wars, maybe a classic. Oh no, definitely. But there is not a body you can buy that's going to be that smooth. Like I said, I may take down some of the musculature, even though that's a rubbery overlay on the torso, and go from there. We'll see. Hey, what's going on? I missed you. I missed your comment. Multiple Rachels. Oh, you know I was going to buy multiple Rachels because that can be powered up Rachel. Then I can have powered down. Have my custom. It's Excalibur. I'll put up 3 or 4 different versions of the same character. Right now, it's just kind of a mishmash thrown up in there with no lights. I'm planning some lighting, make it look pretty, because I see other people do room displays, room tours, and man, they go all out. It's so fancy. Mine's just kind of standing there with walls and shelves and dust. The more I wait, the more dust gets collected. Phantom Eagle. Secret Wars, they've been on that kick, right? Maybe it's just a man with an eagle. A boy and his bird. Caw, bang. Fuck, I'm dead. Why did I go to the crow? That's not an eagle. Do you have anything for a Christmas fig display? I have the Star Wars stuff. I have the Naughty or Nice collection. I have the reindeer. I haven't broke it out yet, though. We haven't been running. I don't know if we haven't even hardly got ornaments on the tree. Will Secret Wars Daredevil even be in the ballpark of the Mafex Daredevil? Maybe not figurally, but monetarily, it'll be a lot cheaper than the Mafex Daredevil. Oh, there we go. Probably Superman, of course. It's the statue. Yeah, wrong bird. This is not my bird. Did you do Mess Toys Black Suit Spider or Neighbor? No, I did not. I only have Superior. But we'll see, because it looks good, and I enjoy Superior. I've fallen out of Amazing Yamaguchi, but I need to get back into a few others. Well, I mean, I know that's not Amazing Yamaguchi, but it is. So we can do whatever we want. Here, let's make another run at getting some people in here. Tweety Bird of Warner Brothers fame. Would love the figure Obscura Father Christmas. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of their Christmas stuff. I go up to Vive's house and look at his, and it's crazy awesome. Let's see the customs in the works. Okay, we'll do that real quick, and then we'll get out of here because it's been 2.5 hours. What are we doing, a marathon? No. Oh, wait. Let's do this, and so I can get over here and get these figures. Yo, you just admire. Just don't look at the screen. Okay. There's going to be a few. We're going to do them quick because I don't want to give away too much. But, oh, wait. No, that's not going to work. Yes, it will. That'll leave enough to the imagination. One more. Oh, in fact, I'm kind of embarrassed at how many work in progresses I have. I need to finish some stuff. And I have been working towards that. And I'll be working more over the next few weeks. But leave the streaming for a couple of hours so it burns into TV screens. Yeah, just welcome to the Crotch Network. That crotch needs ankle swivel. Why can't Robo read coming up next on NBC? Playday tease. That's what we're doing. Playday tease. One, this may fail miserably, but Marauders. Somebody help me with the name again. Why do I want to say Typhoon? Riptide. It's Riptide, but I don't know if this banding is going to work. I'm trying to do some kind of thing, and in order to make it not look like banding, I may just get the paint real thick on it, but at the same time, I don't think I like it. That may be tossed out. And I've got the head painted, but we'll save that for Playday. Marauders still. Boom. I need to put some details. I don't know if I'm going to use these bracers, and I need to put some sculpted in detail or just cut some lines at the legs, and I need a shoulder pad. So, yeah, not bad. Get to use the new Silver Surfer body. Oh, I did. Rip my tide away. You can do whatever you want. Gotham is yours. Fixer. Okay. am I teasing Fixer? That's finished. That's over there. And I tease that on one of the rewinds. Are we going with Gray Crow or Scalp Hunter? But this one's going to take a lot. that overlay, all the weapons parts and pieces that he has all over his body, it's gonna be a lot of gluing, a lot of pasting and gluing. Malice. This one's gonna take some the boot tops with the crazy, and I think there's some gloves, but got her hair going, and the shoulder pads should work. And then Prism. This one, I wasn't sure. I would have loved to leave the translucency of the AOA Iceman body because it's Prism, and then add some rainbow colors to it in places. But the head is 3D printed, not translucent. So I couldn't match the effect. So I'm starting at white with a little blue showing. And I'm also leaving the AOA ice spikes just because I to spruce up the body. Because otherwise it's just a Prism's just a blank body with a weird head. So I need to add some yellows and reds and blues to that. AOA Gene. Yeah, that's Age of I didn't even have that body. I had to order it specifically for Malice. Prism, yep. Do they sell iridescent paint pens? More than likely, they make everything in pen or marker form anymore. So I'm gonna look around. Dun, dun, dun. I'm buying 2. One to upgrade my custom, one to keep on the MCU shelf. I'll make a silver with a light dry brush. Silver's not a bad, and I do have, well, I don't know. Silver would be kick-ass. Like I said, I have that silver foil paint coming along with gold, but I feel like with the name Prism and the way he looks most of the time, the light goes through. So sometimes I feel like a blank body with a weird head. Don't we all? Don't we all? Some of us have to wear stretchy hats. Crystar sanded down, maybe. I thought about that, but it's got a lot of stuff on it. So I didn't want to go through that much work. It's the Marauders. I love them, but I don't think there's a lot of work to be put in. Hold on just a second. I'll show you my finished one. I showed Vertigo. Oh, well, Vertigo's a finished figure. I did upgrade it, but Scrambler showed in a play day, and I finished Harpoon. I'm not happy with the actual harpoons, but I may go out, try to find something to replace that with. Maybe. Or maybe I'll just be happy with this. Go with it. It's Harpoon. So, yeah. And yes, the back is painted. Let's see. Is that all the team? Oh, no. Hold on. I'll be right back. This is the one I'm on the fence with. Oh. Wait. Mythic Legions have a harpoon for you. Yeah, but I want that specific comic book. He just has a with a point and then a hook on it. I don't, and extra detail. You saw there's designs are very simplified. And you know what? There's a lot of asymmetrical sleevelessness in the Marauders too. Now that I'm planning paints. Yes, Blockbuster. Okay. I'm okay. I'm using the oh, It's a Build-A-Figure. Green. Crotchville. I'm happy with this part. You get down to here, and I'm not happy. I don't like it. I thought it was going to work, but once I primered it, it's too chunky at the top. It should taper more from the shin and be smoother. This is real rough around the feet. So I don't know. And it's foam. It, I don't know. It's cool, but not Caliban, the green one, the Serpent Society guy. Puff Adder. Yeah, it was fairly clean, big body. And on the top of that, Blockbuster has shown different sizes. Sometimes he's not this big, and sometimes he's twice this size. Again, X-Men, you never know. So, Cha'od. Definitely not Cha'od. But yeah, flower pot feet. Exactly. I see it and I'm like, I don't like how it goes. I want it to taper, and I suck at sculpting, so I'll figure something out. Because I already have the head painted. One more. No. I'm working on this right now. Another Ruskin Customs head. Here is Reaper from MLF. And this is basically paintless. It's a Black Tom with the logo on the chest removed. And then, well, I had a Black Tom body anyway because I used the boots for a Hellstrom. And then my old Taskmaster was replaced with the 3-pack version. So those gloves, those boots went onto here. And then all I need to do is paint the neck to match the head and then find a red sash. Yeah, and the scythe is slightly small, but I'm okay with it because I'm thinking of doing an interchangeable left arm from when he got it cut off, and then he started getting robot parts, and he had a little scythe on there. But that's a little too Grim Reaper, I think. Oh, we'll see. But it's the MLF too. I'm much more a Marauders guy, but this, again, scrolling eBay, I came across that head and thought, well, I have this body, I have that collar. It's it's one of the few customs that I can still mess around with after it's done. I don't come up with a lot of paintless customs. So that's cool. I'll probably get to tempo next, if anybody, but I don't know how deep I'll get into the Liberation Front. Also Skids, coming back around to that. Yeah, a lot of customs. I need to buckle down, get them finished. Well, speaking of finished, well, I showed Harpoon. This kit comes from Slow Ship Customs. And I needed some old school Avengers villains focus. So he sculpted up a head and chest armor overlay, belt, and gun. And all I had to do was take the X logo off the Target exclusive jumpsuit Xavier, and then paint the gloves and boots. Oh, it's one of those characters that I worked my ass off to make 25 years ago out of some DC Direct fodder by sculpting the chest on and everything, because we were doing a Masters of Evil custom con thing, and now I can put it together and have a good one because I didn't sculpt it. Put that on the shelf. And I think, oh, well, that's definitely not it. There's various others here and there that are in stages. I got a Mandarin going together that is very early. I've got a Captain Britain that I need to paint, but that suit is scary. I need to keep working on the 80s teams Because, yeah, we still need Angel and Beast in the blues. Okay, since we're going for that team, we need Beast in the blue and red, but, man, I love Beast in the brown and yellows. I want robot parts. Oh, jumped. Ooh, what body are you using for Captain Britain? I finished the one, the cross time caper version, with the diamonds on the shoulders, and was that Hercules or no? It was yeah, it was Hercules with the 2-pack Squadron Supreme Hyperion parts, and then on the other one, I'm just replacing the head on the classic Captain America with the X or the flag, just to have the helmet head, because again, very specific looks in my head. Cameron Hodge suited. I've also seen custom kits for the big teched out version. I work on my customs usually at 1 in the morning after I've done some shooting and some editing. I come out here, wind down, painting, getting the fumes, and then falling asleep. But yeah, okay. We've talked the Marvel Legends reveals. We've talked some Play Day. We've talked some Abomination crotch. So I think that's it, right? I mean, no, that's not it. The rewind folder was full before I posted the last rewind. And since then, we've had about 5 more non-transforming Transformers from various companies. I got the Acid Rain stuff. What's the other big picture lot? Jada Toys Flintstones. Good stuff coming, but that's for another day, because we've been on here for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm gonna let you get back to your day. Crotch Abomination. That's what the live streams will be from now on. Crotch Abominations. No, yeah, they did 0 in a 5-pack. So that's part of the MLF. And then I guess we have well, I don't know. I think that's it, right? Loving the YOLO Park. But man, the Blockies Tarn looks pretty good too. It's for different styles. It's the clean look or the dirty look. Oh man. What was lunch? It was a whole lot of plastic, a whole lot of crotch. And really, what else is there in life? I mean, Abomination was right there. You stop. Yeah. It was nice to get back on here. I was actually kind of nervous before getting on. It's been a long time since I've done a solo stream, but I forgot how much it is fun, how fun it is just hanging with y'all in the chat and going over some toys and having some fun. Strife and 0. Yes. Okay. That's what we have from the MLF. We're going to keep on talking, are we? No. Oh, okay. Here we go. Tempo, Strobe, Rusty Skids, Wild Side. There's a head on eBay. Need to grab it too. No, thank y'all for popping on. Yeah. It's nice to see people just hanging out in the daytime, It's getting, on top of that, it's getting hard to find a live stream time that isn't taken anymore. Any night of the week, most times on the weekend, there's something going on. So maybe if I do jump on, it'll be on Wednesdays at lunch. But if I have my editing done from the video, I stayed up late on the Punisher video to get it initially cut. I need to go back through, but work. Okay. Oh, the Werewolf's head was from Ruskin Customs too on eBay. RUSCIN. I have Karnak body, but I'm hoping they do the Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man body in white someday. You ain't lying. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all go, and we'll try to do this again sometime soon, but don't hold it against me if we don't. All right. I'm going to click this button, and then we're going to awkwardly say goodbye.